Hey everybody, this is lightswornjudgment. Been a while since I played the game. Was out for a few years. Just recently got back into playing and revamped up my Lightsworn deck. Built a couple other decks. So thought I'd show off my Lightsworn deck for what it is for now. So starting off, you obviously have 3 JDs because this card is just OP. Dear God. Got 1 Celestia. I like 2 Diabolos. It's basically a second JD, but with it's kind of like a marksman, but from the field, and its special summons just like JD. Really convenient effect. A little bit harder to get out than Judgment Dragon, but still a really nice effect. Helps get rid of those cards, back row, and monsters in general too. You got the 1 BLS, because again, overpowered high level, easy to run in this deck. Why not? And Gorz when you get fucked over, so you got something to go with. Obviously now you got to run the 3 Luminas. She just lets you special summon everything you want. I love comboing this card with Garoth first turn. I've had turns where I got to do Lumina, Garoth, and you just mill off, 3, 6, 9, and 2 more for each. So 11, 13, 15 cards in one go round, so by next turn you should be gaming. And then I do 2 Lyla because there's so many back rows in this format. 2 Wulf, 1's not good enough, and 3 is way too cluttered, so 2 is pretty good. Got the 1 Garoth to combo with any of your Lightsworns, mostly Lumina though. Ehren to bounce anything face down if they're stalling, or just have if you're going against Mermails and they have Triton defense mode, just bounce it back. Got the 1 Jain. It's mostly just for having a different name, but it also attacks over a lot of decent attack monsters for this format. Aurkus, stop from targeting. 1 Ryko. I don't really like Ryko too much. Don't really have the opportunity to set him and actually get his effect off that much. So just 1 copy, just for a different name Lightsworn in the deck. Then you obviously got to run your Honest. Triple Necro Gardnas. You hit this way too easily to the grave, and if you don't, you can get rid of it with Luminas. And you get Lumina back so easily in this deck, so it's not too big of an issue to get in your hand. Plus you can get rid of it with Beckoning Light or Monster Reincarnation. Card Trooper, good first turn. Just throw off 3 cards to the graveyard from the deck and get the milling started. I run 1 Max C, 1 Plague. Don't really need 2. This deck does not synchro that much. It's not worth running 2. So I think 1's okay. And then 1 Effect Veiler. So that's 28 monsters. And then for the spells we got Triple Solar Recharge, Guide to Run 3, helps you mill, get rid of those horrible wolves out of your hand and whatever you can't use. 1 Charge Light Brigade, search out Lumina or any of the Lightsworn you need. Dark Hole, MST, and Foolish Burial. Rhoda, search out your warriors. You don't run too many, but still. And I like a Chalice. I don't like running 2 Effect Veilers, honestly. I like having Chalice because it gives you more versatility. Effect Veiler, you have to use it during their turn, during the main phase. This card, you can play it, if you have it in your hand, you can play it anytime during your turn. So if they have like a Utopia, and you have a high enough attack monster, but you don't have any effect to get over him, so you have to attack over him, you can just Chalice, and he can't stop you. So just go straight through. Plus you can do it during their turn, during their battle phase, if they have other effects that go off, because Effect Veiler can't do nothing because it's not during the main phase. And then for the traps, I just run 3 Beckoning Lights. Really not much to say about that. Just to get rid of a horrible hand and get a whole new hand of light monsters to the hand or whatever. And then for the extra deck, I'm running 1 copy of Zenmaines, 1 Levier, Gaga Cowboy, Mist Dweller, 1 Love Chain, 1 Steel Swarm Roach, 1 Seraph Sentry, 2 Paladin ammo. Between this card and the Sentry, these are probably the 3 most common I actually exceed into. These are +1s if you don't end up getting to use them for anything else other than just plussing back if they have something they want to destroy it with. So it's good to bait out their back row cards before going into a big combo. Just start off with this first, doing something small, and then sometimes they'll bait it out because they have a big monster that they think, oh, well, I need to save it because his effect, you get to remove the materials off of him, and you get to target one monster your opponent controls. Attack goes to 0, and then it loses its effect. So it can basically get over any boss monster you want to get over as long as you can target it. And then he can't be destroyed once. So, you know, if you're able to go into these 2 or all 3 of these even once, I've done it before, they mirror force. It's not too big of a deal. All you get is these to go to the grave. You get a +2 off of them, and then he stays on the field. You get to go through with your attack. So then we run 1 Catastor, 1 Gaia, 1 Black Rose, Colossal, Stardust, Crimson Blader. I don't think Stardust is all that this format, but you'd be surprised sometimes you run into decks that you can actually use it against. So, for the side deck, I've got 2 Rykos. Reason being, I really don't like Ryko, but it's really good against the Black Garden beatdown deck. This activates during damage step. You do get to kill off their rabbits or their Thunderbird before they get to use their effect. So it helps get over that crap. 1 more effect Veiler. Sometimes you need it. I don't like running 2 main deck, but sometimes you do need it. Max C, when going against Mermails or anything that special summons a ton, I will side a second Max C in. Get some pluses quickly. 1 more Diabolos, depends on how face down heavy they play their deck. Book of Moon. 2 more MSTs for anybody that's spell and trap heavy. And these, let's see, got 3 monster reincarnation. And the reason I don't have this main deck, I did have this main deck because it's a little bit faster than Beckoning Light. You can activate it during your turn if you just need 1 card to go off. The only reason I run Beckoning Light over that is because I do usually go into these game 2. Beckoning Light it's good because it gets to do so many more cards, but at the same time it's slower because you can't just activate it as soon as you get the card. This card you can activate it as soon as you need the effect. And I also use it synonymously with Triple Royal Decree. If they're a trap heavy deck I'm going against, I will side out the Beckoning Lights and I will throw in the Reincarnations instead, and then I'll side in the Royal Decrees as well and take out something else. That way I still am able to bring cards back from the graveyard to my hand, like, you know, JD or whatever gets taken to the grave that I really could use that turn. And at the same time, I don't have to worry about any of my traps getting stopped because I don't run any now other than Royal Decree once I take the Beckonings out for the Reincarnations. So they're pretty synonymous with each other there. Great. And then the last card one is a Compulse. So that's about it. If you have any suggestions, hit me up in the comments or send me a message. We're really trying to get back into the game though, guys. I have a few other decks I plan on showing at some point. So, you know. And also, if you want to see a Lightsworn combo video, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, and I'll put one together. So, please like, rate, subscribe, and see you next time, guys.